All right.
And okay, the audio is now live, so we have to. We are going to have to check for like balance and everything. I'm setting myself quieter.
Hello.
You.
And let me
Test.
quickly change this.
It's been a minute.
All right. So, yeah. Hello, and welcome. This is a bit of an occasion here where it has indeed been a while since the last stream here.
That's subject to change, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
was
see
that,
if
that
we
was,
keep doing
that.
that.
Was Bionathon, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The
Bionathon.
forgotten stream.
Yep.
The
Been
forbidden
5
stream.
months. But now we finally have an actual reason to turn on the stream here again. This is a run which I completely didn't expect. It is done with my streaming setup, but I just did it offline. And I got sub 1 hour in The Legend of Mara Nui. So for this occasion, I have arranged for this to be streamed. And yeah, with me I have Footloose, Milkblade, and Nulpo.
Hello.
Yeah, big congrats, man. This is awesome.
Yeah, congrats.
So,
Sub hour.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big deal.
yeah, it's like you have minute barrier, second barriers. These only matter in like Super Mario Bros. And like those really short games. Then minute barriers are like this big thing always. Then you have like 5-minute barriers, 10-minute barriers, but the hour barrier. That is indeed. That is very, very much a big.
One sub 30 Milkblade.
If you can get me a 37, then we'll think about that. We need more. We need more tech in BTG.
Yeah. BTG is now about a minute barrier, so I guess
just
those
phase,
who
Lamau.
might not know.
God, I
is,
wish.
I guess Nulpo is a bit of a new addition here. He is working on some Heroes stuff, so that
Yep.
is.
Speaking of
exciting.
Heroes as well, Heroes is so close to sub 3. It's not even funny. In fact,
yeah.
we'll probably be having another stream
Yeah, I would
here
love
soon.
to
As
do
soon like literally the next run is capable of hitting sub 3. So
Nice.
I've been watching some of that hero stuff. It's getting crazy. Like Heroes is popping. It's like it's going. It's pretty nice.
Okay.
I might actually learn Heroes because it's starting to pop off like that.
I mean,
Uh-oh.
hey, just watch this run and we shall see how things go.
this man's like, wait, just watch Lom.
Right, so I guess, do we have anything further to say, or do we just go into this?
No, I think we're good and ready to go.
Okay,
we're
I'll
good.
quickly send off a message here. Okay. Good, and yeah. So I'll just start playing the thing now.
All right.
So here, this is just me starting the thing. I always do this scroll so that the game actually like goes into the correct window size and everything. Also, yeah, I changed up my live split layout. Let me know what you think. This is just the standard going through the game route with micro optimizations like bunny hopping and everything. It literally saves like what? It saves like 2 frames per bunny hop, or 3. It's something minuscule like that.
But that adds up over time.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like for Gali, you have to do them 100% frame perfectly.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask. I thought all of them were frame perfect.
No. With Onua, you can also afford to do the thing where you like jump and you kind of walk in the air. I call those shot hops. You have to do frame perfect shot hops every time on Gali, so that you actually walk in the air. With Onua, it's enough if you're just shooting while in the air.
Oh, okay.
And then with Pohatu and Liwa, it just isn't viable at all because of the jump recovery animation, which is much slower. Also, for this run, I decided to go with a novel token route, instead of getting 5 tokens in the atrium, I get 3 tokens here, and then 2 additional tokens in CLF2. Which I believe was one of the things which made this so fast, or at least which gave it such a good base immediately.
God, this game is janky.
It is.
Wouldn't be a Bionicle game if it wasn't jank.
Oh yeah, they come pre-packaged with scuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that's part of the gimmick.
So yeah, that shot hop was risky, like across the water. Should have probably pulse buffered at least once there. Also, yeah, that sound was Onua landing multiple times. That also like increases your speed and gives you a large boost. And yeah, sorry for the extremely scuffed video quality, but yeah, I accidentally set my bitrate to like 3 times slower than what I usually use.
That's awkward. But
Yeah.
wouldn't be a Bionicle stream without an additional couple layers of scuff.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
At least we have VODs this time.
Yeah. You know, like, because I know I had like a previous run, I think the day before, or on that day, I had a different run where I was, 1, listening to an audiobook, and 2, I got like all the way to Kopaka's level, like 3 minutes ahead when I was like, if this is gonna sub-hour, I'm gonna scream. So I just reset it instead. Honestly, I don't know if actually killing the Varahi over there or just ignoring them and mining out the wall is better. I guess it depends.
Yeah.
So what is it that you're working toward here, objectives-wise, at the moment? I'm not super familiar with the run.
Right, so in The Legend of Manui, you need to like beat the elementals at the end of each level to progress to the next level, and it is guarded by token doors. You can think of those kind of as star doors in SM64. And they require a certain amount of tokens to pass through. Onua's is weird in that it is literally... also, crap, glitch here. Onua's is weird in that it's scripted to not be solid until you break down a wall which blocks you from accessing it. But you can save warp to go behind it and go through it for 0 tokens, but that is for save warp. It's not allowed in 80%. Yeah. Onua's requires 60 tokens, Bengali's is like 8 tokens. There's also the token door in the village, which requires some other things. Which requires also a token amount. And... basically, you just have to collect what's... If you didn't have to collect them, the run would be shorter, because you could just beeline straight to the exit. But I'm unsure if it would make it more entertaining. Also, this was extremely improv'd. Like, I got an extremely scuffed glitch right there and had to do something on the fly. These tokens are part of the route. So you just have to kind of jump on that branch in a weird way. Also, sound buffers are weird in that place. Right. But yeah, then every token door in the shrine also requires, except for Onua's for whatever reason, also requires you to have both masks that you can collect in the level, the glyph, and the hook. So theoretically, the there could be like about a minute's worth of time save in Onua's level if you skipped Vruru, but then this area would become an absolute nightmare. You would just have to literally do it basically blindfolded. Well, you have like the energy pickups and these lights to guide you a little bit, but otherwise it would not be fun.
It doesn't sound like it.
And like, yeah, that's for like if other time saving measures are exhausted, then that along with SSD for Kopaka's shrine would be the next skips to incorporate. Also, yeah, I was dumb and jumped over the token. I'll say a shout out to this water, which is just anomalously bright. This is fixed in the next patch. But here it allows.
Yeah, that does a hell of a good job lighting up the room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lights in the game are handled weirdly. It's literally like baked into the model. It's baked into the model as vertex colors.
I don't know what it is about like the running animations or just the animations in general in this game, but whenever I watch it, it never looks like the characters are like they're running a marathon or like they're doing like they're just sprinting. It feels like they're running from an axe murderer. There's just there's just this strange energy from the way they run where it's like, oh, this isn't a race. They're running for their lives. Oh.
It could be that like acceleration is literally non-existent in this game. If you look at the speedometer, you will see like you literally accelerate in 1 frame from 0 to 30. And
that's probably what it is. There's no build-up.
To 0. Yeah. There are like some things in the native code that suggest that analog inputs were like previously developed. Also, shoutouts to missing a token.
Feels bad.
The code for these is completely dead. So, yeah. And yeah. You can actually like use the glyph anywhere in this area and it will open the wall, which is good. Also, resetting because I had like too little health to actually do the skip here. Which, yeah, it is. This is allowed per the leaderboard rules to just reset when you're low on things.
It looks suspiciously like a boss in Conker's Bad Fur Date.
Just a little bit. Outrunning your hook there.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter unless you are collecting an item, in which case it's kind of bad. But you might be able to see that at some point.
This is an unskippable cutscene, right?
No, it is completely skippable. I think at that point I like closed a door or something. I don't know exactly what I did.
Ah.
Oh, so you were flexing on this run. You're like, I don't even need to skip the cutscene. Let me just close this door real quick.
I mean, if you looked at the in-game timer, you would see it's paused. Because this game has a
oh, true.
timer.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Also, yeah, a horrible bitrate moment. I tried to do a bit of a trick here, where you can actually jump like that and keep your momentum through the collection animation. Yeah, here with Gal you just have to do them frame perfectly, these shot hops. Otherwise you are put into the jump recovery, you're put at the speed of the jump recovery animation, which is slower than just regularly walking. So it's like a massive high-risk thing.
I think you've told me before, Gali is prone to crashing, isn't she? I mean, the whole game is, but isn't her level in particular have some, like, strange moments?
It has strange bugs, which you just have to look at, and you have to avoid crashing with those. The hook, in particular, Now, Sapphire did see a bug previously in development where using the hook underwater would lead to bad behavior, because in the beta they disabled that. But if you have already fired your hook and enter the water, then this behavior happens, and it has an insanely high chance of crashing the game. And also air bubbles, because they don't properly despawn in this version. You see that the animation restarted when the hook returned. That's why it's bad if you enter on your hook while collecting an item. Right. But then the air bubbles, because they don't despawn properly, they can overload the particle buffer and also crash your game. There is one area where this is extremely prevalent, because you also have to kill a lot of Rahi, and when you kill Rahi, they create lots of particles. So, again. So that's just one area in Gali Soul, which is insanely prone to crashing. But otherwise, not really. Otherwise, there's just one annoying bug where due to incorrect calculations for if you're in the water or out of the water. If the water is at one specific height level from the seafloor, and you get there, then you would switch between swimming and non-swimming on every frame, and there's no way to get out of that, at least not in Legacy. In Rebuild you can, because in Rebuild that would still make you drown, but in Legacy you would start drowning on one frame and your air meter would get replenished instantly. Also, again, resetting because I happen to know that here I take 2 hits of damage, or 4 points of damage, and I had exactly 4 of those, so I would have likely died.
I presume most of these bugs are fixed in future releases, correct?
In Rebuild, the air bubbles actually despawn properly, so that avenue is kind of fixed. The specific room I was talking about, MWAT, is still a bit of an enigma, but it is, I think, being worked on, and the grapple is still fucked. That's requires more work.
Gotcha.
Right. Yeah, now it's just some nice, relaxed swimming. You can almost count the pixels.
Almost.
Yeah, I feel like.
But yeah, I didn't know. How long have you been running, Loman?
I was like literally one of the original people interested in running it. I think I started really like crowding the speedruns. That was even back in the alpha, like a few days after it was patched to run on Windows 10. It kind of did a few runs, but you cannot beat a single level in there without using the debug menu. So that never really went anywhere. Ultimately, the alpha category boiled down to me stopping the levels at arbitrary points where I just couldn't continue, which was kind of bad. But
Yeah,
then when the beta came out, and I very quickly like picked up the grapple flying glitch, which started being known in early development before the beta went public. I very quickly picked that up and managed to like get that Gali skip is extremely old that I did. Yep, and there's a particle buffer overload and crash. This was horrible.
So theoretically, there's more time to save.
Yeah, there is definitely more time to save. I got very greedy in Kopaka's level, and I also literally forgot how many tokens I had at my disposal, so I lost like half a minute in Kopaka.
Oof.
This was also probably close to overloading the buffers, because I killed like 3 of them at once, plus bubble. Yeah, we see that I lost like half a minute of potential time save. Plus, I think reskill can also save like half a minute in Gali, but it's just so risky, you never go for it. So, yeah. And this is WTHK. You might notice that the sliding speed here is literally slower than my walking speed. Yeah, that is needed to be so that, because if it's like any faster, then the game will die.
QS blowing you up in DMs.
I thought I set myself to do not disturb. Oh.
No. It's
yeah.
it's in the video.
In the video. Fuck. I don't know. I really don't. I have notifications turned on for lots of servers that I'm in.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm in a constant state of D&D, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I feel that.
Oh yeah, this is a different little glitch.
Oh.
Where
Oh.
if you respawn, there's like this fade, just 0.75 seconds, and during this fade, another fade cannot start, apparently, so you're just immune to trigger planes for that, so I'm able to literally go through the backtrack trigger and clip out of bounds, because there's no wall behind there.
Jesus.
That is one trick, yeah.
Yeah. It's unfortunately
Never thought I'd see the day that Gali running the Fade is a trick.
also
Tahu skip, but Golly edition?
yeah. Basically, this is just some bug with Golly's swimming hitbox versus swimming while shooting hitbox. Another potential time save.
Something about Gali clipping through random walls in her level will always be just consistent in every Bionicle game.
Have we found something like that in Masks of Power?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I don't think there's a whole lot of clips in Masks of Power that really are relevant, other than a few you can skip
I'm about to say the temple
riding
ones,
the
I think,
full you can skip riding the whole elevator for the
Right.
Keenies.
Wasn't this boss fight really janky?
Yeah, this one has, again, there's reskill, where you can, like, fire your grapple at the weak point while you are, shooting the weak point, and it can kill the boss, like, in one shot, but it can also crash your game. It can also kill him in, more than one shot, like, it could take anywhere between, I guess, 2 and infinity health off of him. I don't think I've ever tried it on a PB face run, because it's really just a coin toss.
I mean, at least this game starts up fast when it
Yeah.
crashes.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, it's like Ash said, for everything this game is, at least it has like a surprisingly fast boot time.
Yeah, especially on more modern computers.
Yeah. So if I were to run this from the front end, then it would add like another 20 seconds of real time crash, but time spent in the menu is not counted in game time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also here I try going up, I guess. Yeah. So that I spawn up there and then the Hockey Stone also spawns up there. Because previously when I would just go down, it would sometimes spawn inside the rock and I would have to wait to pick it up. Just micro optimization that I found. Also with Pohatu again, it's literally faster to not bunny hop.
Did you do the special jump in this run?
Did you skip? I think I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did.
Nice.
From what I can tell, I'm not sure if it's even frame perfect anymore, or like it might just be frame perfect once instead of frame perfect twice. Because I got it like either I got really good or I just got very lucky. You will see.
Alright.
Also obligatory RKFL clip. Also again with this you just interrupt the starting sequence before its completion. Oh, first try RKFL clip. That's a sight to
Let's
see.
go.
Yeah. Unfortunately you can't do this in Kopaka's level. Kopaka's ledge grab animation is a little different. I don't think he can actually ledge grab out of that state. Yeah. Here I'm demonstrating how you cannot ledge grab this one early, because it is actually like very slowly moving.
Yep.
And the game really hates if you try to ledge grab on a downwards moving thing, I guess. Could be that you're just intersecting the floor and it snaps you up to the floor. That's like my working theory.
Hurry up and wait. That's what it looks
Yeah.
like to me. That little section right there. Most boss fights in Heroes in a nutshell.
I mean, at least they don't play a 52-second cutscene.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
oh.
Don't remind me.
That's unskippable, by the way.
I've very seriously considered, like, making a speedrun build that just has all of the cutscenes removed that you can, and then add that time to your timer at the start.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, that sounds fine. Like,
I mean,
But then you don't get Avak really role playing as the speedrunner with just constantly going during the cutscene.
Yeah,
He really feels your pain.
you really do lose a lot of
No.
the comedic value.
you have to do that, but only leave that cutscene in. Like, remove the rest. Nobody cares about the rest. Just leave that one in.
No, you replace every cutscene with that cutscene.
Wait, no, that's the longest cutscene in the game. Why the fuck would I replace every cutscene with that?
That's the point.
Alright, so now we are on to the bull ride, which, the more I do the bull ride, the more I think, like, wow, this is, like, more or less an auto-scroller base.
Do you even have to move in this segment, or does it...
It moves automatically, but you have to steer with the mouse. Steer is
With the mouse?
Yeah, to quote a
Ew.
reviewer of this game, steer is a bit of a strong word. It's more like you suggest the direction that you would like to go.
Yeah, yep.
Also, even though in lore you have to like control him with the chroma, here you can actually switch between the masks. It's funny. Also, if you do some sequence breaking, you can get here with the grappling hook, and you can activate the grappling hook while on the bull, and it will just make you take damage.
What?
That's weird.
Yeah, it is. But that's being removed, so the ability to turn on the grappling hook while on the bull, and also to lock it to the chroma for lore reasons.
Wait, you're actually
More
fixing
preservation.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, I mean, if the game would have gotten an actual release, I don't think they would have fixed it. To be honest. So, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, yeah, that's all like rebuild. In rebuild, we have like lots of different things.
Dang, this really is an auto-scroller, isn't it?
I was about to say, leave it to Pohatu to be the weird auto-scroller.
I mean, yeah,
Damn, thankfully.
the RKFL is literally an auto-scroller. That's the area where I did the clip through the door.
Damn, thankfully Heroes doesn't have that.
I ignore every single transport section.
You get the Donkey Kong minecarts you gotta ride on.
Yeah.
Some of them theoretically should be possible to skip, but
In the alpha, this was, by the way, split up into like 6 different areas, and then in the beta, they were like, yeah, fuck this, let's make it 2 really fucking long ones.
I mean... From what I've heard of other people, the code is atrocious. Or at least what's left of it, I guess.
Yeah, there was like debug code all over the bull, because they were seemingly diagnosing the same crash we were. So again, yeah, this was probably one of the first runs where I actually like did some really good token routing, or at least tried, because I skipped a few which I would previously pick up. Also, every time I land, I'm actually purposely not holding W, so that I don't get the roll animation, which wastes time. This one.
like that.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Just out of curiosity, what would have happened had you fallen down in that pit?
Just died,
Okay.
and then respawned all the way back at the start. Yeah,
I wasn't
here
sure if it was going to be more punishing, like a situation where you have to.
This is 1, 2,
Awkward.
3, 4. I mean, look at the splits. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Hey.
Hey, but you see that
Let's
this
go.
is, if you look at the splits, it's still faster than doing it normally.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I did not get lucky and I did not get good.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, it is a semi-frame, single frame based trick.
Yeah,
Or
like you have,
potentially-
I think the shot hop you have to get is frame perfect, but you can just try that over and over again. Then you have to like land on one specific try, and then you have exactly 1 frame to do a jump input before you start sliding off of it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Right, and here we just have barely enough tokens to open the door. There are like 4 more that I could have easily picked up in the thing.
Did the game crash?
No, that was an Alt F4
Why?
to reset energy
Oh,
at like 1.5.
Very nice.
And then here, incorrect cleanup means that the mask is can be used in the boss fight. This usually would not work. Intentionally letting yourself get hit makes these boulders split into more of them, and you have to hit him with 3, so it's faster to take damage. If the boulders don't hit you, they split up into 1. Yeah, this was very bad.
oof.
Again, there is time save to be had.
Interested to see the developments of this game over time. I think it honestly could beat out BTG in terms of how fast it is.
I don't think so. Maybe, like... I think the absolute human limit, and that would be with SSD on the shrine, on Kupaka's shrine, which is practically impossible, with reskill, with perfect MWAT and perfect GLI-free, perfect Gali basically. I think the absolute human limit there could probably be maybe 52. Maybe.
This game's also very early in its development as a speed game, though.
Yeah.
And BTG, by comparison, is probably close to solved unless new tricks are discovered.
This was such a
Yeah,
big,
yeah.
like, I was so afraid there, like, you wouldn't believe. Because when I, like, rolled down there and luckily I started to ledge grab, because I felt like, oh no, am I gonna have to do this entire boss fight all over again? Also, I think here I actually use either a new trick or like either a new trick or a new variation of an older trick. Killing Varahi with melee is faster with Kupaka, but Kupaka's melee is then the only one which doesn't drop items.
Weird.
Yep. And then pause buffering here also has to be done carefully. If you do that above out of bounds, the game will kill you every frame. Which will crash your game.
It what?
It doesn't just kill you once, it kills you 60 times in a second.
Yep, it literally sets your health to 0 every frame if you somehow get too far out of bounds.
Gotta love it.
Yep.
Bionicle games in a
Kupaka
nutshell.
trapped in the infinite.
And once again, Alt F4, because I had
Kopaka getting wobbled.
0 energy and bam, full energy again. This is like another segment which could potentially be optimized, because this is like the one big non-linear part of the game.
Oh yeah, quick question.
Yeah.
At the top there it says Legend of Madanui L 1.4.
Yeah, that's Legacy.
If a new version, oh, okay, Legacy, okay.
Yeah. So
You just do a category split for each
It's
version?
not no, that's just what I called it in my live split header, but otherwise it's just any percent.
Okay.
And we have a variable for version,
Okay.
and then in there I would just put in 1.4. My splits for 100% or 100% are 1.0.2.
Okay.
That's just like.
I presume all of the versions are available for download on the speedrun.com website as well.
Unfortunately not. The versions are like 1 gigabyte each, and they haven't really been archived properly. I think I'm the only one who has been archiving them. There is a
Should probably get on that.
yeah, there is a 1.0, and well, I do have the versions available on request. Also, walking during surfing, this should not happen. This was setting up for SSD in the next area, but it didn't work. And now
Who
I know
needs
why. it didn't
animation?
work. So yeah. Also, SSD is slide spawning displacement. It's really nice.
What does SSD stand for?
Slide spawning displacement.
Thank you.
Yeah, here it didn't work. I was holding S because usually it would displace the spawns around here. And then you can just pick this up immediately and save like 10 seconds or however long it was. This is a really neat trick where you just put it in front of a wall and it just immediately comes to you.
What the fuck?
Yeah. This is a little bit weird, but I don't know if prop flying is actually more efficient.
Flying exists?
You will see it, because
God.
this is the one of 2 areas where that block is used, or where the Matatu is used. It's functionally identical to the bloated Bob-on glitch.
Oh, okay.
And here we Alt F4 again to set up a SSD. So here, moonwalking Kopaka. Also, I take the wrong route, which throws me off. And it's set up. I literally like performed vector math to find out exactly like how long to do that. Found that you have to like hold S and B for exactly 19.5 seconds, and then hold only S for exactly 3 seconds, and that sets you up to go right here. And bam.
Do you look
Very
at the timer
No.
to time your stuff?
No, I have a queue for like it's around the life pickup. Also,
Okay.
prop flying. So it's sort of like the bloated Bob-on glitch where you just put the cube into yourself, you get snapped up to its top, and then the cube just snaps itself to the same offset, and this spirals indefinitely.
Do none of those have collision, or what was that?
Well, no, the cube, yeah, those don't have collision.
you just went through them.
It's like
I must go. My people need me.
collision, only a concept.
Yep. Also, here I get extremely greedy. This is painful to
construct.
watch for me. Because I was just like, I need to get like, I thought I had like one more token. Well, I thought I would get one less token than I actually got. So I just do this complex mating dance trying to get that one token. And then I die, right?
That's awkward.
Yeah, so this is where I lose half a minute.
Oh,
Because I just go down here again.
New runners, just don't make this mistake, and it's a free world record.
no mating dances.
I think that description perfectly encapsulates Bionicle speedrunning. It's just like, oh yeah, I did a weird mating dance to get a collectible, and then I died. I think you can put most Bionicle games under that description and be like, yeah, that's actually pretty accurate.
Like, oh, I can just use the top route and look, there's a token.
No.
Facepalm moment.
Yep, I was facepalming out of my mind. At this point, I was pretty much just thinking about how much time I was losing to this. And I was like, and you see my current pace, 59.49. I was like, will I sub one of this thing? Also, yeah, welcome to the same area but reskinned. Thank you, Sapphire.
Very cool.
So yeah. We have time for a few donations.
Not yet, not yet.
If you have any questions, then like ask them. Or even in chat, if you have any questions, ask them. I'm here to answer.
How technical would you say this game is? Like, how difficult would it be for a new runner to pick up?
I think moderately. Heroes has like a lot of weird out of bounds shenanigans, but if you're not going for those, then it just from raw movement, I think this game is probably easier to pick up. Then you have the grapple glitches, which might be a bit difficult. SSD is definitely a weird concept to get, especially due to the way it works, or the way that I conjecture it to might work. But, yeah, pause buffering is also, like, relatively simple, mechanically insanely easy to execute. Yeah, this is paused 30 seconds here. I don't know, I would say it's, like, it's moderate, as I said.
Okay.
Like, you don't have very complicated movement here. This is no SM64.
It's theoretically pretty easy to increment on practice as well, and in implementing new tricks into the route.
Yeah.
You just always have to be wary of token count. That is like the one thing that I have seen is important. If you have a new skip, you need to look into how many tokens does it skip, where can I get them again.
That's kind of the fun of the run, though, is that you get to do a lot of routing stuff with it and find different new paths with things.
Yeah. It's also difficult to like route for things like segmented or cast, because you just have to have all of that planned beforehand. Yeah.
Yep.
And just try out every token, see how many frames it wastes to go for it.
How different of a run is the task of this?
There is no task yet, because there is no tasking framework.
But theoretically,
Theoretically, TAS would definitely do SSD on the shrine, because before you get into the shrine, you have that sliding area, and I have a route for SSD where you need like 25 jumps at an angle of 75 degrees while holding S, and if you do that, you will spawn like right next to the trigger that leads to this area, to the boss fight. So you can do that, and with that you would skip the Akaku, you would skip the Glyph, you would skip tokens. So I think from what I've timed it could probably save like 3 minutes, but it's hell to execute RTA. You can turn on like a debug window that would show you the angle, but there hasn't really been any consensus if that should be legal for speedruns, or for RTA speedruns specifically.
The T-pose attack.
Oh, yeah.
this boss is goofy.
I mean, look at him.
Also, I let myself get hit for whatever reason. I don't know what I was
That's. I don't even want to call that an animation. They
This
just
is-
took his model and spun it.
They took his model, set it back to default, and then told it to spin.
Yeah, it just snaps to T-pose. It's not even trying to hide the fact.
I don't even, does any part of him move independently of the T pose there? Is he
Whenever
just
he T-poses.
completely static in default? Oh no!
Oh, fuck.
He's our boy. He's already gone.
No.
He died. He died as he lived in a static position.
God damn it.
Then, I guess I don't really know what else Stas could even do that. I guess Stas would not make mistakes and everything. I think Stas could probably get sub 50, like maybe. But it
Tassing
would be
framework when?
20xx.
I don't know, man. That's some dark triad shit.
You heard it here first, guys. We got 80 years. 80 years to get the task of this going. It'll happen.
I definitely want it to happen. Like, I don't know how it will happen. Hell, I might port the game to GameCube and just use the passing frameworks involved.
Fair enough.
Or I could potentially, I guess you might be able to add like hook mods that would be able to like emulate player input and such, and then hook that into OSI, which would allow you to effectively make the framework a native thing. Also, I lost so much time here. Vine swinging is dumb, and I hate it.
Can you fall off the vine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, the Vine, from what I've seen, the Vine has two settings. It pushes you to the front or it pushes you back. And when it pushes you back, you just get almost no momentum. And so you have to like wait for the setting to change and then just jump.
Weird.
Yeah, very weird. Also here Okay, no, I don't. I think here I do a thing here. Oh no, okay. Leave that in a different
Grappling hook found.
Yep.
That doesn't look like a grappling hook.
Oh, every single one of us said grappling hook found. You're only noticing
Yeah.
this now.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I also made a similar comment at one point, and it is mildly amusing that
And,
all of the Toho weapons just become
in Rebuild 1.2,
Weapons?
in the
Tools.
in the new thing, in the new patch for Rebuild, these are actually like named something. Kohatus is grappling palm.
Oh yeah, because
Nice.
he uses his hand.
Yep. But then it's just, and use the spacebar to launch the palm. Also, this boss is really nice. You would usually have to use the Mask of Illusions, but you can literally just speed past him. And yeah, that's it.
Good boss fight. Good boss fight.
Yep. It's actually invincible.
What the hell?
Yeah, you're supposed to use the Mask of Illusions to distract it while you get into the hive.
Oh.
Also, it never mattered either. Okay, perfect.
Also, shout outs to this trigger that's just completely misplayed, allowing us to skip the game. I literally begged for this to be removed in future patches because it made Leo's level not fun to run. And here we have Dave.
Dave.
Is Lewa ever fun to run though?
Yeah, Dave is horrible and I hate him. And you should all, and all my homies hate him too. Like, he has this suction attack and it sucks you in, and it is guaranteed to suck you in. And if the attack ends above a small body of water, and when it puts you in it, you die instantly.
I apologize in advance for what I'm doing.
What?
Sort of.
Sucks you in, by the way.
Oh. That's funny.
The steamy emote is perfect for such things.
That's why we have it. It's such a good one.
It's a fucking such a good emote.
Yeah. I'm definitely thinking of like going back to streaming runs of this.
That would be nice. Top 50 win.
you would need a lot of new tricks. Like, we would need a consistent setup for SSD and Kopaka, and that would save. If we got that, that would save like 4 minutes. So sub 55 would absolutely be possible in that case. I think currently the limit of human achievement without that would probably be like 56.
Oh, no.
The sum of best is 54, but that I would say that is a bit misleading. Because a lot of these just involve different token routes. Like one route which saves time in one place and wastes and loses time in another. But the sum of best just takes the time when both of them were the best. You know?
Damn.
Dave is dead.
Yep.
Dave just...
Good riddance.
Damn.
Right. And now, yeah. Tahu's level, and Tahu is then the next character where bunny hopping is actually faster. And there...
Or flying.
Yeah, there it does not...
the walking on air is so
See,
good.
he's using the Miru.
Jesus.
Right.
Tahu, toe of fire, and walking on air, because why not, I guess.
Also, you can jump on walls like this, and it's funny.
What was that sound?
That was Tahu landing on something. Probably like multiple times per frame, I guess. You heard the same sound when I was going to the Ruru as Onua.
Oh, okay.
This is a little bit dumb, like the way I grabbed this and the height and everything. Also, yeah, invisible wall.
Nice.
I think here I reset. Yeah, I reset the game because I was out of energy again.
God damn it.
Right. Now, yeah, there's just that token door requires exactly 8 tokens to open, and there used to be multiple routes to bypass it, and those were then patched, and then I just found the new ones. Oh, also this.
Don't reveal your secret to the devs, Forehead.
One of those forehead.
I know.
Yeah. Also,
He's
that was
the
a big Monka S when I
What the
couldn't
fuck?
grab the ledge, so I had to grapple on the thing.
Emergency
Oh,
backup
that's what
threat
that was.
Yeah.
deployed. So good. It's so good.
I mean,
But
I just thought about it, right? What other animation would you play if he's like walking on air, right? You can't just fucking let him T-pose through the air, right? So walking is like the next
Sorry,
You
man.
think I wouldn't want that? You think I would turn that down?
hey, there is the Remember Us
I pay
clip.
money for that.
Remember that clip, you know? It does show Tahu in a jump animation falling. Also, yeah, shoutouts to Trey. And another
Another
reset to reset like
Nice.
energy and to activate an important glitch. But yeah, also this is scuffed because you see just how
Oh
few,
yeah.
just how few vents I can actually see. This is so dumb. I hate it. And also there's this bat chasing me and it will continue to chase me. And the worst part is, you see it applies this knockback momentum and that continues going. So I have to keep toggling the mask to reset that momentum to 0.
Also, see the vents? Man, when you're in them, I can't even see you!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus.
Heroes has a few moments like that as well, with like in Thok, for example,
Look at
if you're
this
walking.
time, minus 50, a gold split, and I was
Holy
like, what
shit.
did I do wrong? I must have done something wrong. So I just go over here, maybe like there's some tokens that I missed, realize that no there aren't, I'm an idiot. And I move back up. Fly over here. Just barely make it over.
I've had a lot of moments like that in BTG where it's like suddenly it's like, oh, you've just saved a bunch of time, and I'm like, what?
Where?
Did I get good?
Yeah,
Suddenly? What?
I guess that was also what I was thinking, and I was like, okay, I might need this token. I ended up being way too much. Ended up having way too many tokens. Like, not way too. I ended up having more than enough, which was really, really good.
No.
And here I did a very bad thing. Basically, what happens, I think, it's either this area or the one right before, where it activates a glitch, where the Miru is much more efficient or much more effective, and yeah, you will. I close the game, which would clear the glitch if it was done here. So here I'm just flying over to some more tokens. And just trying to see where they are.
Casually flying over.
Game's whack, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yep. That's exactly what I think. And I think like, okay, how can I even get over to the exit? This is again
Bitrate moment.
Safe for also yeah, a massive bitrate moment. This is a very good.
Can you?
What?
Can you guys change up the animations of characters?
No, the animation format hasn't. It has been kind of decoded, but we cannot convert it into any format that is actually like accepted by model editors.
The more I look at Tahu flying, the more I want him to T-pose. That's why I'm asking if it's possible or not.
I will bring that up to the devs.
That is sick. You have like super important feature requests and then like flying T-pose thanks. Like at the bottom of the list.
Also, is that a certified banger I'm hearing in the background?
It might be.
David Madden was a really a good composer for this. Like, this is the Tahu's theme, in case you're wondering.
Is the soundtrack on YouTube or something?
Yeah, and what happened is that we contacted Madden, and he was insanely like nice to us. He even like gave us the uncompressed original audio files. That's
amazing.
Yeah. So
Imagine working with devs and former devs that actually just are down to help you out.
yeah, I mean, we had
No,
Darvel,
not
like,
not pointing any fingers or anything,
yeah,
but
we
you
had
know.
Darvel as an advisor. He was the one who coded most of the physics for this. When he was brought on, like he would like fall through the floor and stuff. He overhauled the physics engine and was basically given ownership of it.
Wait, are two music tracks
Yeah.
Yeah.
overlapping?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Were.
Holy, I was wondering. I was wondering, maybe I had like both screens open. I was like, wait, hold on. No,
Also,
it's
yeah,
supposed
you
to be
will
like
see the consequences of me clearing that glitch right here. Or not right here because I died to reset energy.
How instantaneously you die when you touch the lava. You just, it's like someone just, it's like you just got, it's a hide image and it's you just disappear.
Fun fact, lava and water are the same. If you hack
What?
Gali to be in here, she will swim in lava. And if you hack Tahu to be in Gali's level, he will die in water.
Interesting.
I mean, it makes.
My only response to that is just steam. Hot air, as they say.
And here I collect another token because I'm like, what if I need it? Spoilers, I did that.
Panic.
Yeah.
God, I love how janky this is.
Oh yeah, I wanted to do the animation glitch, but I did not, unfortunately.
Oh, no T-pose.
Yeah.
I mean, this kind of counts.
Yeah, this is like what is meant to be his animation when I believe this is what's meant to be his animation when flying and walking on air is a bug, which Liam has tried to fix and failed.
He looks like he turned back into the fucking figurine.
I was about to say, it's really accurate to the set with the articulation.
Yeah.
Again, if
The
you have any
devs
questions,
took my
then-
knees.
If you have any questions, then ask. Also, yeah, there's
God.
a bit of a hidden mechanic here where if you activate the Miru while sliding, it will reset your slide momentum to 0.
Look at this guy calling a bug a mechanic.
I mean,
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
I think we have wanted to like implement that as like a feature, or like as just an undocumented feature.
Just a safety net.
Because it is legitimately useful, specifically in that area. And now we move on to grab the Vahi, which we literally don't use in the entire run.
It's not a bug report, it's a feature discovered.
It's not a...
Bionicle game moment.
It's a feature discovery.
Footloose moment. Footloose moment.
It's not a bug report, it's patch notes.
Discovered this anomaly and is now a feature.
Yes, feature of the bingo board. It uses up 5 gigabytes.
Okay.
Still looking at
Listen, hey. That wasn't.
Ooh, we throwing shade today.
Hey, it's worth every bite.
Don't worry, I think you still have the version that doesn't use GIFs. Because if you use a GIF, it will extract every frame of that GIF and make and copy it for every button.
Because
That
what's
adds up to like.
optimization?
Yeah, I didn't write that library. I That wasn't me. I tried. I really
Oh yeah, I
did.
think I know who was actually blowing me up in DMs. It was one guy who I'm collaborating with on a video. And so I literally took this time to like respond to him, which is why the time here between the resets was so long.
The joys of in-game time.
Yep.
So, in theory, if you pause the game, would it also pause the timer?
No, specifically pausing the game does not pause the timer, but I have had this discussion with myself.
Thank you.
With myself.
It does for segmented runs, though, it does. There I cut out all of this. But for real-time runs, I don't. And that's specifically because pausing allows
Minecraft.
for pause buffering, which is like an actual, which does give you an actual advantage. So yeah, it makes
I
sense.
thought
if it
you
counts
were-
the time.
I was expecting you to call it another feature, to be honest.
Pause buffering is like quite definitely a bug. It allows pretty much any jump to like be really nice, really strong and everything, and yeah.
Fun
Imagine-
fact.
wait,
Speaking
imagine-
of buffering things, Bionicle Heroes actually has this thing called guide buffering on Xbox.
Oh.
If you hit the home button, or if you hit the guide button, in the center of the controller, you know, the big Xbox button, you can basically do the same thing because it like freezes the game state.
Yeah. I think like what happens here is that you get like 1 frame of movement without gravity, but I'm not sure. I would have to like really look deep into game code to actually see what is happening there. Because I believe something like on a very low level is getting scuffed.
Oh. That just gave me an idea.
Oh.
Imagine it's like 1996. You read the manual for Super Mario 64, and on the last page it's like, if you spam the fucking pause button, this will happen.
Or if you face backwards on a staircase and then long jump repeatedly as fast as you can and hurt yourself doing it,
I mean,
you can go.
It wouldn't be the first time we found speedrun tech in the manual.
I mean, the BLJ was like in a magazine, a feature, like in a Nintendo magazine.
Yeah. That wasn't like an official account though. That was like somebody mailing in for some sort of like fan articles or whatever though.
Alright.
I just want to point out, holy shit, that Dragon's Fire looked like a damn otter pop.
Yeah.
It was a whole ass popsicle.
Looked like my microphone peaking.
Also, I think they did an optimal dragon fight in this run, which is really good.
Now you're ready for Dark Souls speedruns.
I think out of all of the bosses in this game, it's either
Death dancing?
this one, or it is
Okay,
or it is the
What?
one in Kopak as well, which I like the most.
why does the dragon scream sound like it's straight out of Tom and Jerry?
Wait, it's not from Tom and Jerry?
Just listen to it one second.
Wait for
That
the
is
death
actually
sound.
just Tom's scream.
Wait for the death sound. That is awesome.
Watch
Jeez.
MGM just DMC ass real quick.
I mean, this used to be licensed. They have no like stand up.
Sounds like raving rabbits. Oh yeah, what's up, Marcio? How you doing, man?
Hello.
Oh hey.
Hi.
Yeah, so soon the death sound will play, and that is also a thing. It's
Oh god, I
definitely-
can only
Change the
imagine.
world.
My final message.
That is a Tom and Jerry scream.
Hold on. Now.
Ooh, I don't know what you put in my drink today, but I think it just kicked in.
Also, yeah, this was
man.
bad. This was very bad. I hit the thing, and since I had so little momentum, I just canceled my grapple. Lost like 10 seconds to this. Oh, no, it was more like 5. So, infuriating. Then here I lost even more time because I swam.
Nice.
That was again.
That was
sound
annoying.
Oh yeah, I think here I do get the platform velocity. Yeah. I love this glitch. This is probably my favorite glitch in the entire game.
Direction, feature.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is a feature because if I recall correctly, it does conserve like momentum. Momentum from the platform gets conserved through the player.
God damn it! Fucking Lewa. My
Also,
people
this
need
is
me.
an auto-scroller. The lines here are on set cycles, if I recall correctly. This is so dumb.
Why does his jump look like that?
We need to title this entire speedrun, "It's not a bug, it's a feature."
And then here I'm like, oh damn! If I hadn't lost the time in Makura, I would have gotten a sub 58.
Very nice.
Very nice. Oh yeah, right. The game crashes if you didn't do that, right?
Yeah, the game just froze.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
I'm so used to not seeing that logo outside of BTG that I thought the game ended and you just booted up BTG. I was like, oh damn, you're gonna bring that out now too.
Bionicle Game Marathon. Let's go.
Did somebody say marathon and Bionicle in the same sentence?
What? There's no evidence of that ever happening.
God damn.
At least we have this fun. Dear God.
Well, congrats, man. 50.
No, yeah,
That's
congratulations.
insane, man.
Yeah. Alright, so
Legend of Matanui is on blast.
Yep. So yeah, really, if anyone here has any questions, if you have any questions about the game, if you want me to go back to some point and explain it again, if you want me to, or if you just want to ask me anything, or even in chat here, then yeah, do tell, please.
I will say,
to answer all of your questions. I love talking about this game.
I will say, I'd
Defaults
love
win.
to see you go a little more in depth with the SSD tricks.
Right. So basically, this is extremely unknown because I just really don't even know where to start looking into it. But basically, what I believe happens with SSD is that you kind of you could imagine that you have a ghost of yourself in the start position in the next area already. And if you hold down the buttons and jump in the sliding area, then this ghost jumps and walks along this, like, an infinite flat plane at the height of the start position. And then
Very nice.
when you, like, go to the next area, you just go to that point instead of the actual starting point. And so you just get really offset to there. And it can be controlled by which inputs you press and at what angles you jump how many times. So there are numerous routes that I have thought of, that I have tested. There is one for WTHK, but it's insanely horrible to do, actually. Though it does save one mask activation off of the run. Because you don't have to use the cow if you're really, really fast with it.
I can confirm we are saving a VOD. Yes.
Wonderful.
Amazing.
Damn.
I'd like to point out, I may or may not have just searched up the Tom scream, and it is, yes, it definitely is just the Tom scream.
It is
ripped into the game.
Damn, yeah.
That is amazing.
It's just like the first second, or like the first half second of the Tom scream.
Well,
yeah, and then it just continues on that note.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess an alternative explanation of SSD without the whole on a plane thing is that it just moves the X and Z coordinates of the start position by an offset determined by amount of jumps and the keystrokes that you input and everything. It can happen accidentally, in which case, for instance, sometimes when I do it in WTHK, I spawn out of bounds in GLY 3 in Gali's area of one with the glyph. And there it's coded so that's, again, a death every frame if you are out of bounds. So you just go in, you swim for like 3 seconds, and I just use that to frantically try and get back in bounds. But then I just die and have to restart the game and reload it.
Death on every frame.
Yep.
Too good.
Yeah, I guess more questions? Again, I think 56 is maybe doable. Maybe high 55s could be. Because if we actually look at this, I lost half a minute in Gali to MWAT. I lost half a minute in Kopaka to getting greedy. That would be a 57. If we incorporate reskill, then we have like in the 56-40s. Miscellaneous mistakes could probably chop another like 10-20 seconds off of that. So yeah, around low 56s, high 55s is where this could probably go to if we like incorporate the risky tricks. If Kopaka's if the SSD for Kopaka's shrine is also done, then that could go all the way down to like 53s, 52s, and then pass maybe sub 50.
All right. And which segment do you think, personally, is the worst?
Like
All of them.
That's kind of. I guess I'm going to talk about them in no particular order, and I'm just going to talk about them as splits. The Vahi split, I dislike it because it's horribly long, and you have these parts where you just have to jump with the Miru on like, and you have like 5 triangles that you have to jump on exactly those, otherwise you slide off and die. Like you saw that in the area with the Vahi. Yeah, here. Yeah, like here where you have to like jump on these things, and you just have to do it extremely precisely to actually like, get the height from it to go to the next one. So that to me is horrible, and the Vahi split has 2 of those. So that is a thing. If I'm going for risky strats, then Ghali's boss is also infuriating because it just will crash the game. Dave is horrible, and I hate him because he can just decide that he wants to kill you, and there's basically nothing you can do about it.
Dave.
Dave. Yep. Then otherwise, I don't think there's really any other segment which I would say I genuinely hate. Maybe the final parts of the glyph split. Yeah, that would because you just have to like clip through the wall, and oh yeah, I lost another like 20 seconds on that, didn't I? Yeah, because you just have to clip through the wall. It's kind of, it's in a way it's better than Tahoe Skip, and in a way it's worse than Tahoe Skip. It's better because you can actually control it, and you kind of know like what to do to get it to work. But it's also worse in that it's further along in the run. And if you just run out of ammo, then that's very difficult to like recover from, because then you have to like load the game again and go all the way there. Yeah.
Alright. Most fun trick?
Most
I'm gonna just
fun
ask random question.
Most fun trick. That's definitely a difficult question. Pulse buffering is kind of lame, I would say. Like, it is definitely a nice trick, but it also like doesn't have a lot of substance to it. You just really mash the escape button, and that's it. RKFL clip, I would have to say, is easily one of my favorites, and otherwise Platform Velocity and Makuta. RKFL clip is just really awesome to pull off. It's visually impressive. It makes an entire auto-scroller. It is still an auto-scroller, but at least it's completely stress-free. Platform Velocity is just really funny. Otherwise, the grapple glitches, I have slowly but surely become more and more detached from them. Like, they are nice to pull off, especially the one in Gali, which skips VTNL and such. But otherwise, I don't really feel like they are insanely necessary. They're definitely useful, but I think the game would continue without them. If it would be like 2 minutes slower, but it would continue.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. This might get controversial. Heroes or BTG?
Loman.
God damn it.
that's the only
probably
good
the
answer to that.
safest
That's
answer,
the only
yeah.
fair answer
Yeah,
to that.
That's literally like Milkblade and I are both right here.
Damn.
And you ask a question like that, what's wrong with you?
On a more serious note, I mean, I have much more of an attachment to Heroes because it's a game which came out after I was born, and it's a game which I actually like remember playing as a child. I did not play. It's literally the only Bionicle game I played aside from Flash games and the Glatorian Arena. Otherwise,
That's
it would be
exactly where I'm at.
the only one I played before cancellation.
No love for Kapura Adventures in this chat. Very sad.
Kapura
No, that's
Adventures
game of
is
the
a
year. We
meme.
can't even judge that one.
Yeah, it's like on another level. It's divine.
Undisputed champion.
Yeah. An instant classic.
I'll just
David.
I'll just set this
Do we-
into the stream unless anyone wants to see a part of the run again.
Do we have anything else that we want to put forward, or
I mean, otherwise, really, if anyone has,
How's all dances percent?
Oh.
rebuild 100% is I need to keep running that. But otherwise,
I just like watching them dance because it's funny.
Yeah. Rebuild 100% is definitely something. If I'm going to actually like turn on my splits for that and actually like talk about the potential of rebuild 100%, because that is also an interesting thing to see. Also, it's funny that my personal best in randomizer is almost as fast as literally like one of my first runs of the beta period. Right, so randomizer currently the PB is 100% for rebuild. So that would be with like all the dances and all the quests. The current PB for that is 1 hour 31, and some of best is 1 hour 20. I think probably human limit would be like 1 hour 25 or something. Task could probably get like hour 20, maybe sub that. So that's how that is, Milk. Hopefully I answered the question properly.
all right?
Yeah, otherwise I guess that could be it.
If
Thank
that's
you.
all we got, then real quickly, I think I will go ahead and plug the few things that we have for not necessarily social medias, but just like other ways you can get connected with the community.
Yeah.
We have the Bionicle Speedruns Discord. It is linked down below the stream feed here.
Yep.
You can also go and check out the YouTube channel under the same name, just Bionicle Speedruns.
Well,
Which we
upload
will be
the VOD
uploading
here.
this VOD
Yeah.
to
Great,
directly
great.
after this stream.
Nice.
And in the future, we will have other tutorials, trick exhibitions, glitch hunt, all of that will be hosted on that channel. And then you can also find all of the games and their categories on speedrun.com/Bionicle.
Yep.
If
You can also download all the games from the Biomedia project. So it's not affiliated.
Yeah,
with
big
us.
thanks to them for being probably the most forefront Bionicle archive there is.
Indeed.
And they've kept a lot of this alive
Yeah.
just by having stuff.
I mean, they got the Legend of Maranui. Like that was given to JMMB, who was really like there in the in Biomedia project. I don't think we would have received it otherwise.
Yeah.
But anyhow, we look forward to providing more content in the future created by the speedrun community.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we'll go ahead and sign off here. I am Footloose, Super Mario 64 ZX353.
I'm Andrik.
I'm Milkblade.
I'm Nolpo.
And we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Take it easy.